What's popping crackers? It's me and my companions, and we're doing a podcast, which is certainly something new for the channel, if I upload this to the regular channel. So, without further ado, I introduce to you my companions, Josh.
Hello.
William.
I'm Stinky.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh.
William.
Hello, everyone. You remember me, don't you?
No. And Aaron.
Alright, geezers.
Our
Hello,
beloved
Reg.
guest speaker. Now, one thing I want to get out of the way first is that this is a very amateurish setup. My room isn't soundproofed or anything. You're going to hear clicking, my chair creaking, my cat pissing himself in the corner. And, honestly, speak of the devil. I didn't think we'd have to make an announcement like this in the very first podcast, but of course, being British, there is background audio coming from Josh's microphone.
I don't know what's causing it.
Don't worry about that. But there is, of course, the elephant in the room. A tragedy befell us yesterday, one that we did not expect to see in our lifetimes, and that is, of course, Thomas, my cat, decided it would be a good idea to stick his nose in my milk, and as punishment for his transgression, I had to put him through the wall, and Thomas is no more.
Oh dear.
Oh, and also we have like a new king or something. One of the lizards died, can't remember which one. That's a
Rest in
rip.
peace,
Anyways, hello.
Hello.
How are you on the stage?
What an intro.
Quite an intro. I didn't rehearse it. You can tell.
No, you did
It's,
well.
it's very easy to tell when someone constantly keeps pausing. It's just like it feels like you're looking at your notes over and over again.
I'm going to tell you
Where is
something right now, chaps. I don't have any notes.
Oh no!
No, you know what? You did well. No,
Thank you, thank
Well,
you.
like I
Anyways,
said, I just have reference pictures.
anyways, so we don't really have much of a plan. We have a bit of a plan. This is just going to be sort of us casually chatting about and having a real hoot and a holler. But I think we should get started with our guest speaker, Aaron. Josh and Billy haven't met Aaron before. I met Aaron. Well, I didn't explicitly meet Aaron. I found his videos online, and I was astounded by the output of his project, which we'll get to into a sec. And
I'm
not too long
flattered.
ago, shut up. we got talking, and well, he decided that he has so little dignity that he doesn't mind joining us for the first podcast. So, Aaron, I will pass the mic to you, and you can begin talking about your game.
Okie dokie. I mean, I'm regretting this immediately. I'm joking.
No, you're not.
So, so yeah, I'm working on a game. I'm quite amateur, but I'm learning as I go, sort of thing. It's a retro-inspired game of the days of old when games had substance, in my opinion. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, come on, you got to
you
be able
wanna
to tell us
help?
more than that. Go on, give us the summary, because these two gents don't know anything about it.
Okay, so I'm trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pitch it to
Okay.
us.
Imagine it like it's Dragon's Den.
Okay. Give me your money, please, and I will provide no service. There you go. Sorted.
Fair enough.
How much would you
So-
be willing to take for this project?
A tenner. So yeah, it's horror inspired. It's not exactly like going to be straight horror, but and I'm very terrible at this. I wish I planned this out.
Oh, don't worry about it.
And I have on my YouTube channel, I post devlogs of me creating the game in a tutorial-ish format, I guess.
They have been helpful, and I will also put it in the description for anyone who's interested.
Sweet. I'll also say on the channel that I've been on this podcast, and then they'll probably instantly unsubscribe.
Yeah, if you want to ruin your credibility, go ahead.
Oh dear.
So yeah, it's basically retro game horror fun. There you go.
Hells
That's
yeah.
the best I can do.
Well, so, I mean, to my understanding, Aaron, you've been working on this for a couple years now, right?
Indeed.
How many are we going on now?
So I started learning about 3 years ago and did it half-arsedly. I wasn't committed. So I committed for about 2 years now.
Swanky,
Oh.
swanky doos.
Yep. and I've been learning to program and everything at the same time. So it's a lot to juggle, man.
You use Unreal 4, don't you?
Indeed.
Classic one, that.
Yep.
Oh, it's great.
Where all the indie games come from, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, not to sell Unity short, they have made some questionable decisions recently, but Unity can't be too disparaged. It's not so much the tool as the tool makers, or the tool users, rather, because Unity does have a
GTA
bit
remake
of
was
a...
made in Unity 4.
God help us all. But yeah, I mean, Unity just has a bit of a sour reputation, which isn't entirely unfounded, but I know people that use Unity and use Unity well, and they will say good things about it, so who knows?
I tried using Unity originally, and I'm not that smart to actually code. That's where Unreal Engine's blueprint really like shines for me.
It works with nodes, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
So just connecting the webs, as I say.
It's pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it. I haven't, so I'm talking bollocks because I haven't really experienced it myself. But I do know for a fact that a lot of people have fallen into the UE4 group because of such an intuitive feature.
And I will be in that category. So
I mean, it is a nice engine as well.
UE4 and Godot seem to be on the rise.
Mm.
I haven't used Godot myself, but that's another one to keep an eye on, chaps. Sorry, I'm
What
eating
was-
strawberries.
Yeah.
What was one of the main inspirations behind the kind of style you had with the game? Because it's reminiscent of
yes.
a lot of the games made by people like Puppet Combo or just anything of the
Puppet
like.
Combo.
well, one was easily produced. I didn't want to create like a high fidelity detailed game because creating those sort of assets take far too long. Second of all, as I said earlier, I think like older games have more they have more heart to them than modern games. They seem a
Yeah.
bit more recycled, I think. So yeah, I just fell in love. Yeah, memorable. That's I just love PlayStation 1 era. It gives me creepy vibes, the way the walls would wobble and the textures would warp, and so aesthetic and ease, basically. That's probably the best answer I can give.
I mean, hey, some of the greatest horrors have come from the PS1 era. You got Silent Hill, Resident
Right.
Evil. People speak
yeah.
fondly of games like Dino Crisis, Parasite Eve.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yes,
Crash Bandicoot.
that's just what I was thinking too. Oh, but
And
no,
dare I
it-
say, Chicken Run? Did you anybody ever play Chicken Run?
I
Oh,
didn't play
mate.
that on
I
the
did.
PlayStation.
No,
I
I
remember
remember-
seeing it in my CEX.
I remember specifically. Who was it? Someone gave me a bundle of games when I had a PS2, or was it a PS1? Yeah, I remember. Sorry, because what I remember the only disc that really worked was the Phantom Menace game, and I couldn't get
Oh.
out of the first mission. But Chicken Run was one of them. I think.
Now you've the Phantom Menace. Oh, I love that game so much.
That was good.
I had
Yeah.
one where it was for the PlayStation 2, but I think it was maybe Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter, or something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it was completely bugged. I couldn't get out of the tutorial, and I didn't know that it was bugged, so I felt like a loser. And then I played it again, like 12 years later. I was like, oh, I'm supposed to go through the door, but the door doesn't exist. It's just not here.
That is
Oh, dear.
classic. Classic Harry Potter moment,
That's
honestly.
gold.
I mean, oh, dude, speak of the devil. I got a PS2. It's either the start of June or July. I can't remember, but it has been one of the greatest decisions of. It's the best thing that's happened to me in 2022, basically, because I got it for 30 quid. Came with a controller and a memory card. And I have got some classics up and coming. I have played. For example, the first game I've ever beaten on the PS2, Project Zero, but many people may know it better as Fatal Frame. Fantastic game. It is brilliant. I would love to play it for the channel sometime. Of course, I don't have the tech for that right now, but it is amazing, and I cannot wait to play Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, and even Fatal Frame 3, which I hear is quite a popular entry with the fans. But these days, finding Fatal Frame, especially 3 and 4. 4 is basically impossible to find outside of Japan. It's going to be a while before I get my hands on those games.
Yeah, that was one of those. it was one of the best during that time, though. So you can
Mm.
see why.
Well, classics
well.
never go out of style, do they?
Oh
Billy?
yeah, never. No, classics
mean-
are brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, hell. God, think about it. I mean, someone's knocking at my door, but it's none of my business, so I'm just going to forget it. But yeah. So, Aaron, any
Yes.
particular games that you're taking inspiration from on your project?
Oh, definitely. So, the obvious one's Silent Hill. Um,
Nice.
I'm not trying to take too much inspiration from it because I noticed a lot of people make indie style PS1 esque games, and it's basically a one-to-one copy of games they were inspired by. And I see Silent Hill style games a lot, but it's more of like the visual style, the way the textures looked that I took inspiration from.
Hmm.
Resident Evil, I have like fixed cam system in certain mainly tight areas in the levels, and that's inspired straight from Res. So there's that. And then there is games, believe it or not, like the Harry Potter, the way the lighting was. I don't know if you guys remember, but the way the lighting was quite warm in some of the environments is it's that homely feel. I took inspiration from that for some of the environments too. So
Nice.
the list goes on, man. I mean, there's little bits of here and there, like Siphon Filter, another classic.
That's a new one for me.
Did you play Siphon Filter or?
No, I've never heard of that one before. I'll be honest.
Oh,
Mm.
played as a guy called Gabe, and it's like an I don't know if it's like an espionage or you kind of like a SAS sort of dude. It's
Swanky.
pretty cool.
I feel
But-
like I've heard of it, but I may be thinking of something else.
Probably.
See, I thought this was a popular game. That's
Siphon? Siphon Filter. Who made it?
Yeah, dude. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get it up. It's spelt funky, like
Is it like SY or SI? SIE,
Oh,
something like that?
Why?
S
Just
Y
looked it up on
P.
YouTube, and the first result was Siphon Filter. Was it any good?
Oh dear. And to
It's an hour
think,
and 3 minutes.
how long?
It's an hour
Jesus.
and 3 minutes of this guy asking, "Was this game good?"
Oh, dude, that's nothing. Not to disparage
my
people who make
God.
such long video essays, but I've seen like videos on games like Neverwinter Nights that are like 3 hours long.
They don't need to be that long, though, do they? It's
Well,
just...
you know, I respect people that take the time to go in depth on projects and research them for their reviews.
Yeah, they
but
do put that effort into it, but then again, it's just a lot to take in as well. Like 3 hours of just
Well,
that
yeah,
is like,
it's like twice the length of a feature movie these days.
pretty much, yeah.
I'm watching a walkthrough, and I'm pretty sure he just shot a civilian in the head.
Oh no.
Oh dear, but oh dear. I keep saying oh dear.
Oh dear.
There's like a
Yeah.
blood effect in Siphon Filter. So when like they get shot, it has like it's quite bright, but
Oh
like
yeah, it is.
a red splat on them, and I added that feature to my game. So
That is always a touch I like when games do like dynamic lighting. For example, when you start firing your gun and it creates a source of light in the game itself. I
They do
always
that
find this
in,
was a nice touch. But
They
like,
do
also
it in
have that.
Left 4 Dead. When you
That's true,
fire your
yeah.
gun in Left 4 Dead, your weapon illuminates the room that you're in.
Left 4
Oh,
Dead
yeah.
has
So
loads of
that
nice
was a
touches
nice
like that.
touch.
Left 4 Dead's amazing.
Like how the infected eyes shine in the flashlight, like a real pair of eyes. I don't see games do that like ever, especially
hear
for
about how
something
they got
like
the,
a horde game.
The dynamic ragdoll, so when you shoot a zombie,
How's that?
they just got a stunt guy for like a few hours, just fall in like a lot of different ways, and we'll just capture all of it. And he goes, "Oh, okay." And so
Love
it's
that.
literally
That's
just
cool.
like it's an animation for the most part, and then at one random point they'll just be like, "All right, just toggle the ragdoll here. I don't care."
Oh dear me.
That's actually really cool.
Things used to be much more experimental and
Right.
just new back in the day, but now look
Oh,
at the
yeah.
market. It's saturated.
Now it's
with
Saints
shit.
Row.
It's
Oh,
Saints
do not
Row,
talk
it's
about-
fucking
I'm not even-
Oh.
Deathloop.
Can we
stuff like
veto
that.
the conversation about Saints Row? Because I played all the games, and I feel like I'm gonna go on like a 40-hour rant
I just wanna
about
say-
it. So let's
I
just
was
not
gonna
go
say,
on.
before we
Three-hour
do
round,
that,
let's go.
before we do that, we don't want to disparage any of the people who do enjoy these games. I mean, you like what you like. At least I'm not going to do that. These guys might because they're arseholes, but you know, people can enjoy what they enjoy, but at the same time, people can like and dislike whatever they want. So we're just going to
You can
do that.
you
sort
can
of
like
thing.
whatever you want, but if you do like the new Saints Row, I feel like you should be hung by a meat hook by your anus on a door handle. But because
Oh,
it's
shit.
just the
Jesus.
worst.
Oh my god.
Crikey!
Terrible.
Jeez.
But no, take it away, Josh. Take it away.
No, it's just one of those things where you know when you have a specific thing and out of nowhere they just decide, let's go for this market instead, and then just backpedal on the next thing, be like, oh well, now we'll include both, and now it's just nothing like anything anyone wanted.
They can't
No.
decide what audience they want to appeal to.
Exactly. Every single Saints Row game after 2 has had a different fucking genre. It's the worst because the first 2 games are amazing, and then out of nowhere, it just became a Hollywood blockbuster for some reason. Then it became superpowers.
Yeah, superpowers and aliens, and then
Then
after
it
that,
became hell.
yeah, after it was hell. Oh my god.
And now we're just back to the beginning again, as if it was just like nothing ever happened. But the characters and the story is so different that it just doesn't feel like a Saints Row game anymore. It's
No.
not gangsters, it's just a bunch of fucking dweebs.
I mean, it could have been a remaster, but you know, didn't turn out that way. I mean, I can't speak as a die-hard fan because I've only ever played 3 and 4. I did play a bit of 2, but I never beat it, and I'll be honest, I wasn't too invested in it. Not for any problem with the game, just because I was playing it with a mate for a bit, and we were just fucking around. But I quite enjoyed my time with 3 and 4, even though I can absolutely see why a fan of the series would be disappointed with
4 is-
especially 4.
4 is
Oh,
good
yeah.
if you change the way your brain works into thinking it's not a Saints Row game.
It's good as like a sandbox game. so
Yeah,
that's
it's a
about it.
good sandbox game. There was a really funny bug though, where if anytime you got airborne, the entire game would just crash.
Oh dear, hang on, sorry. I'm trying to open one of Thomas's treats that I got, and it's like a yogurty thing. It
Oh,
looks like vomit, and it
I was,
smells even worse.
I was
Nice.
trying to beat Saints Row 1, but that game is really brutal because
Oh, really?
it feels like you do less damage than the other games, and it feels like you're made of paper mache. Because like one shot and your character just falls over dead is great. It's,
Saints Row 1 holds a special place in my heart, you know.
it was getting frustrating with the no checkpoint system during missions,
Jesus.
so you got to restart the whole mission.
Jeez.
Oh dear, that's just back in the days when games weren't always turned. What am I saying? I was going to say that's back in the days when games weren't always polished, but that would be very, very silly to say considering the state of games that are released nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it was at an all-time high with Saints Row 1. It was great. I was on a rollers mission. I was near the end. I was like, all I gotta do is just take out this car. So I just got out of my car, and then a random NPC flew off the highway and just landed on my head, and I had to restart.
Sorry, I just got a bit of a spook because I thought Thomas was downstairs and he wasn't. He was behind my curtains the entire time. So I squirted the treat into the bowl and he just pops out from right next to my head and he just
Oh my
goes
God.
for it. Oh, he's freaking
Squirt in his bowl. Jesus
old
Christ.
games, man, old games. I mean,
They're
fuck
the
me.
best.
I can't. I'm trying to think of the latest game to be released that I properly enjoyed. I mean, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look
I
for my
know,
library
I
right
know
now.
mine because I was telling you about it, and Uncle couldn't say the name of it properly.
That's true. I mean, well, I guess. I don't, no,
Which one's that
I'm not
again?
going to count the new Resident Evils.
It was Bug
Actually, no, I
Snacks. He
will.
kept calling it Book Snacks.
Oh my god.
Bug snacks, man. Oh,
That game's weird. It's like weirdly creepy near the end.
don't
Yeah,
know,
I
can't
want to
really-
play The Last of Us second remaster, but I can't bring myself to pay £65 for the story that I
yeah,
experienced.
65 quid,
Yeah,
man.
it's not. No, wait till it goes on sale.
I
I want to
never
play
played.
it so badly. I watch like comparison videos on YouTube, and it does look really good, but I know the story already. Like I've played the remaster and the original release. I don't want to have to pay £65 to play it again. Like, it's the same story. They haven't added anything new.
No, I was
Other
an
than-
Xbox guy. I never played any of the Uncharted or any of the Last of Us, any of the Kill Zones.
I remember
Missed
it
out,
took
dude.
me, it was like 7
don't know, I
years
got
to
Halo.
beat Black Ops 2,
True.
but it wasn't my fault.
Oh my, wait,
I
7
remember Black Ops
years.
2.
Well, it was because there was one specific mission. I don't remember what the mission is, but it's like the second to last one, and it starts off with you in the back of a truck with, I'm assuming, the president or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yes, I remember
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
But I had a bug with the Xbox 360 where whenever I loaded that mission, the cutscene played at like 4 times speed with no audio, and the moment it showed her face, it would crash.
That happened to me. That actually happened to me on PC. I think I had to restart the campaign or something.
Yeah, the way I fixed it was I just played it when it got backwards compatible on Xbox One, then it worked again.
Your Xbox didn't
Oh.
like Hillary Clinton, it seems.
No.
Oh yeah, it looked like Hillary Clinton a lot.
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
with
that
based
that
off
was
her
the
or
idea.
something.
Got
Oh
a
my
lot
God.
of games and media did stuff like that where they showed blatant favoritism and antagonism towards the other president or their
And then
favorite
it was-
president.
And then history was rewritten from that point on to make sure that they were wrong.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember. There's this film called The Queen's Corgi, and for whatever reason, Donald Trump is in it. It doesn't serve any purpose. He just
What?
shows up to make a joke about Donald Trump being horrible.
It's like when he's in
Looking
Home
at-
Alone 2 or something, you see him, don't you, as well? He's just
Yeah.
in the movie, he just makes an appearance.
But yeah, to be fair, he does own the building.
Yeah,
so
good
he's got
point.
reason to be
But it's
there.
like the fact
Um,
he's actually in it is like, oh my god.
Down the
I'm
hall
looking
and
at
to the
pictures
left.
of it. It's the Queen's corgis, and then Donald Trump shows up with his wife, and he has a sexy female corgi that's wearing eyeliner for some reason.
Yes,
What
that
the
is exactly true. And then he gets bitten on the bollocks.
Oh my god, oh Jesus
What the
Christ.
fuck is this picture?
Go on.
What the fuck is? I'm gonna post it. Joe, if you are gonna do any form of editing, you have to put this on the screen.
No, don't worry, I
for the-
will.
to
I will.
upload.
Go on, let's have a
What is
look.
what is this?
Oh,
Okay.
hubba,
Yeah,
a dog
let's
with
not.
lipstick.
I didn't even notice the lipstick.
Okay,
Oh,
that
dear.
no. Just no thank you. No.
Oh, this movie looks like it sucks.
I don't
thought you were
think
about
I
to say
watched
sus
it, but I did see a video on it, and that was interesting. I mean,
That was enough to burn it in your memory.
I don't know why, but that's made me look up at my movie shelf, and I am just looking at all the movies that I could talk about.
You're looking up at your movie shelf longingly going, why isn't the Queen's Corgis up
Why
there?
isn't the Queen's
my
Corgi
God.
over there? Where is Romeo and Juliet? Come on.
My collection is incomplete.
I mean, God, I've basically filled up all the shelf space within only a couple months. I've got some PS2 games.
wow.
I've got like Zone of the Enders, Summoner, Metal Gear 2, Jack and
Summoner's
Daxter,
good.
games I haven't played yet. What was that?
Someone was good. That's when you told me about it was sort not rare, but you haven't seen it in many places, have you? You said, I think.
Oh no, I mean it is like God. It's got to be. Well, it's over 10 years old now.
Hmm.
Classic.
Yeah, and I
Oh, you go, sorry.
no, sorry, you go, it's fine.
I was gonna say the only kind of thing that I've filled out with a shelf is just kind of like random books that I have that I completely forgot that I had. And so
Ah.
I'm just looking to my left, and on my desk is where those books have gone. I've got all the Scott Pilgrim books, one issue of JoJo's, nearly all
Nice.
of the Beastars books, and Undertale tarot cards.
There's a. Well, I've already forgotten the name of the thing you said at the start.
I don't remember even
Oh,
speaking.
Jesus
Scott
Christ.
Pilgrim books.
What was that?
The Scott Pilgrim books he's
Yes,
mentioning.
there's
you mean?
Scott Pilgrim books.
Yeah, the originals, the movie was based off of.
I've never
They
seen the
changed a lot.
movie.
The movie's really good. We should watch that sometime.
Maybe
add
if
that to
Billy
the list.
decides to take all of Tarantino's movies off the list.
Hey, I've not watched most of them in my defense, so yeah.
Why? They're
Pilgrim's
good
great.
movies.
There's a scene where he punches a lady in the boob.
Nice.
Well, remember, movie night it is open to suggestions, so if you want, let me know.
Well, there's
I'll add the
already
movies to the
8
list.
movies on the list. I'll read it off for the people who are curious. We have Old Boy, which is the only one that hasn't been suggested by Billy. It's been suggested by Josh. It's apparently a favourite of his, but I haven't seen it, so I can't say. We've got Inglourious Bastards, which is pretty good. Kill Bill, pretty good. Fight Club, That's a classic. I haven't seen it. 7, a classic. Also haven't seen it. I really
Seven's
should.
good.
Pulp Fiction, pretty good. Shawshank Redemption, pretty good. Reservoir Dogs, pretty good. But like I said, half of those are Tarantino films.
Hmm.
I
Well,
mean,
I've not watched many Tarantino films, but like I said, you can take some of those movies off, add more. I don't
what
mind.
is your
Honestly.
movie night, Billy? You're the host.
I
mean,
know, but I'm open to suggestions, like it says.
Fine. Let's remove Kill Bill and we'll replace it with Django Unchained.
The Hateful
Oh my
Eight.
God.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is one I haven't seen either. I probably should.
That's another one, yeah. That's supposed to be really, really good.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I'm not saying it isn't, but I've not heard as much unanimous praise as I have for some of Tarantino's other films. But that might be because it's not about a gunslinger or World War II or Pulp Fiction, if you catch my drift.
Right.
Pick up what I'm putting down.
If you pick up what I'm putting down. But yeah, actually, real quick, I've just remembered something because you talked about books. I ordered the prequel book to Bioshock Rapture.
Ooh.
And I'm wondering if that was what was knocking at the door. So can someone come up before I leave? Someone come up with a topic to talk about when I'm gone for a couple of minutes.
I've got one thing that was really amusing to me.
Go for it. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, so recently there's been a few leaks and rumors about the next Yakuza game coming out, and everyone's
Ooh.
like, it's up in the air. Like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna get cancelled or whatever? And Sega put out on their Twitter that they're gonna have a live stream based around Yakuza. So everyone's like, this is it. They're gonna announce it. And
no.
then they semi did, semi didn't. Instead, what we got announced was that they are making a line of Yakuza themed hangers
Oh. Oh.
with the characters' heads on them. So when you when you put the clothes on them, it looks like they are wearing the clothes.
Oh, that's. Oh my God. I don't know if I like that. That looks really creepy. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Imagine you wake up for
and
a
you
piss in the
open
middle
your
of the
and you
night.
just see that. I'd be fucking scared.
Ahoy,
If I knew someone who had that, I'd be really evil. I'd put little LEDs right in the irises,
Why
right?
the
And I'd
hell-
just wait.
God.
Why the hell
That
is
would
the
be
cast of
fucking
Yakuza
amazing.
on coat hangers?
They announced Yakuza themed coat hangers when everyone thought they were going to announce the new game.
Brilliant.
This
God,
is
that's
even
another
great.
game I haven't played yet.
I still need to complete the first one and then the rest of the series.
I
There's
think
what,
I've only got like
7
2 left to
games?
play. 7 including spin-offs.
Nice.
I really want to play the zombie one. That one actually looks like dumb fun.
There's a zombie
Wait, there's
one?
a zombie one?
Yeah, they did a zombie spin-off one where there's like a
Oh.
virus or something. I know next to nothing about it except for the fact that Kiryu runs around with an anti-material rifle as if it was a pistol.
Well, it's called Yakuza Dead Soul. Ooh. Actually seems kind of fun.
There's a really great clip from that game where one of the characters, Akiyama, yells at Majima going, "Hey, hit this," and he just throws a live grenade at him, and Majima bats it with a spas shotgun into the mouth of a giant mutated zombie.
Oh my God.
Brilliant. Yeah, there's a Yakuza movie.
I remember that. It's really funny. It's got some really dumb scenes in it, like Majima
Oh,
peeking
God.
around a corner to look at Kiryu, but he's peeking with the eye patch eye,
Oh my God.
and he just goes, "I see you."
Do you know
Fucking
Snake
hell.
used to do that in his games where he would like okay, I say this through word of mouth. I've not actually played enough Metal Gear to say he does do this, but I heard a lot of people say that Snake uses his eye patch for a lot of things, even though, he doesn't have an eye.
Yeah, you
Or he's
can't
got an eye
see.
patch on at least.
I think I remember seeing something like that, but I think I was watching a compilation of Vinny from Vinesource playing Ground Zeroes or something, and he's doing the thing where he's leaning against a wall and he peeks around, but he's peeking with the wrong eye, and he says something along the lines of, "I see them, they're moving that way," and he's like, "How the fuck did you? There's no way."
Oh mate, Ground Zeroes was pretty
Mm.
fucking fun. I thought I'd go into Phantom Pain, and I did play a bit, but I thought, oh, well, I kind of want to play the rest of them first. So I'm I'm going to say this right now, folks. I'm going to say there are a lot of games I want to play, a lot, when we do these sort of things, because there really are. I could make a list of 20 plus games that I've got and not played for whatever reason. I mean, it's a bit sad, really, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Could always do
I've
them
got
from the
something like
channel.
that in my Steam
I can't
library
do
right
that
now.
many games, Billy. Jesus Christ.
No, not all at once, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, but even then, Billy, a lot of people aren't going to want to watch me play fucking Homeworld or fucking Disco
Oh, games
Elysium.
like that. Oh, okay,
Every
no, games like that.
every
Oh, I've
time
seen
I
Disco. That's a
think
weird
about
game.
suggesting a
Good game right
game,
here.
I always think about it. I'm like, man, I don't know if this would be good because these games are fucking downers. Like they're just sad.
Well, what about you, Aaron? What have you been playing recently?
Actually, going back to Saints Row again, I actually started playing Saints Row 1.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
but I played it for about an hour and I just kept getting killed, so I turned it off.
They're
Boomer.
really unrelenting in that game. They like to headshot you specifically a lot.
They
Very good
really
at their
messed
job.
me up, man.
I've heard that 2 is the best in the whole series, though.
It is. It's fucking great. I have a
Yeah, I
clip on my
agree.
channel of me ripping a fire hydrant out of the ground and throwing it at a wall, and it just ricochets and just crushes an old woman's head.
Gorgeous.
God.
Gorgeous.
Bloody hell.
I just love the dynamicness of it. Whereas you could just go up and you could just rip out like mailboxes and just use that as your melee weapon. Your character's also a fucking psycho in that game.
Isn't he in all of the games?
Kind of, but
Pretty much.
he's very much unhinged in the second game. Like I'm trying to think of something like there's a guy you have to fight in the second game, and in the cutscene when you beat him, he just keeps getting up. So your character just unloads his entire clip into his like chest, and then he's like, he might still be alive. So you just pick up a machete, cut his head off, and you throw it into the meat packing plant where it's probably just gonna get processed and just
Oh my-
sent out.
Oh my god.
Reminds me of a scene from The Sopranos. I won't spoil it, but you know, a mafia family who takes up the usual residence in a meat shop has a very unique way of disposing of bodies.
I
Lovely.
can already see it now.
God,
Plus,
I love
it gives
The
you
Sopranos.
much more money.
I've got to watch
Perhaps.
that Sopranos. I've watched bits of it, and I know it's quite good, but I've got to actually get into it and watch it though.
You
Oh,
should.
yeah, there's one of the guys. He's like one of the bosses. He's a leader of the Brotherhood. His name is Mero, right? And
Mhm.
he meets you, and he's like, "Look, I don't want to fight you. I know what you're capable of. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna offer you 20% of my business, and we work together." And your character's so insulted by the fact that you only get 20% that you replace his tattoo ink with acid.
Oh my god.
I mean, 20% isn't bad if you think about
And
it. If
Yeah,
it's from someone else's business, it's not like they're
But to a psychopath,
Steven
that's
yours.
nothing.
he gets
Well,
a
true.
face tattoo with the acid ink, and he goes, "All right, now I'm gonna have to retaliate." So he just kidnaps one of your lieutenants and just ties him to the back of the truck and just goes on a joyride.
Oh God.
And the guy dies, and he's like the only guy that your character considers a friend other than Johnny Gat.
We will.
And so
I will put spoiler warnings at the start
Oh,
of the
yeah,
video,
yeah.
by the way,
you
and hopefully
retaliate.
timestamps if I'm not lazy enough. But yeah,
You retaliate, being like, "Well, he killed my guy. I'm gonna kidnap his girlfriend."
Oh
And then
Brilliant.
you don't know where she is until a random cutscene plays where it's Mero like doing his thing in his monster truck at a monster truck rally, and then your character just walks up after he crushed a bunch of cars, and you throw him the girlfriend's bracelet, and you point towards one of the cars that's been crushed, and you put her in the boot of the car.
Oh my god.
charming.
And your character says,
Fucking hell.
"When you take a look in that trunk, remember to give me more than 20% next time."
Jesus Christ.
I think
Ah,
a
dear.
better revenge would have been like replacing other things, like duping him, like replacing milk with like acid or something.
You're like-
Yeah.
You sound like one of those goblins that go into someone's house and do little things like set the clock back for 20 minutes or flip the welcome mat the wrong way around. Put
Still
the-
exactly one sock.
Yes, exactly
that
one
would-
sock.
Just that alone would be devastating. That'd be fucking annoying.
Replace the cereal with bread. I don't know. Oh dear. But no, I
I'm
mean,
hyped for.
Saints
I'm
Row
hyped for
does
one
get
thing.
very crazy.
Replaces medicine with sugar pills.
I'm hyped. Replaces normal pills.
Oh
Oh
God.
my god.
I'm hyped for one thing for October because apparently Toby Fox said he was going to announce something.
Really? Oh, okay.
I am. It's probably not going to be chapter 3 of Deltarune, no matter how much I want it to be.
I forgot
And
you.
I'm pretty sure he expressly said that he didn't. It wasn't going to be that.
I forgot you played Deltarune.
I've played it like 20 times now.
Oh dear, we have differing tastes sometimes. Not that I don't respect that, but it's just kind of funny that I forget things like that sometimes.
I've done everything in that game except for doing the genocide route because I'd feel bad.
Oh Josh, ye of soft
I don't have
heart
the
and
heart.
softer mind. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying those games at least once because I'm of the opinion that you should try everything and then you really know what you think about it, rather than your favourite YouTuber goes on and says, "Oh, I actually think that Shadow of Mordor isn't very good because I died to this one ugly guy called Bongo the Blue," and then people will go around on forums and shit and say, "Oh, this game's really terrible, you know, because it's really uninnovative, and Troy Baker is like a stock voice actor, and he smells funny, and like Talion's got long hair, and I find that quite effeminate," and stupid shit like that.
I actually
Didn't
got
Troy
that
Baker
for
try and
the
mint an
3D
NFT
through
of
Prime.
himself?
Oh god. NFTs, what a
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure he did.
God.
I would double check that real quick.
what a failed
Oh, no.
trend. I say failed trend.
It's so shit.
The-
Okay,
it's
I
so
don't know if
bad.
I've actually told you about this, but it is the funniest shit to me. So I have a character called Skib,
Yes.
who is a humanoid rabbit character.
Do you want me to put a picture of Skib on the screen for the viewers?
Who I've
Should just say real quick, because I can't remember if I said it at the start or not, but Josh is the lovely guy who has drawn this screen that you are watching and everything else, because he is a selfless sweetheart and we're exploiting that.
And he's awesome. Oh.
Shut up.
So it's because I never set up a paper.
Oh my
Somehow,
God.
I don't know how you... Okay, we're getting off topic.
Yeah, but it's
Don't
I
have to pay him.
post pictures of this character to my Instagram. You don't have to put a link; it's fine. But it's I kept getting these DMs from people who very obviously, from the profile picture and the way they formatted their name, were doing NFTs. So I'd always ignore them.
Brilliant.
And then one time I was just like, fuck, I'm just gonna read what this one says. And so I read it, and they are coming up with this NFT idea called Dead Bunnies. And it was
Okay, then.
because one of the outfits I put my character in, she has that like skull mask or whatever. So they were contacting me, basically wanted me to be like, "Hey, can you draw our NFTs for us?"
You
I'm-
monster.
I don't remember what I said. I'm pretty sure I said "suck a lemon" or something.
Hey, you could have gotten some bare bucks for that, although they might have just given you like an NFT.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
but that's exactly why I didn't want to work with him, because I knew for a fact that no matter what is used for that thing, I'm gonna get stiffed in the end anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Josh, it
Fantastic.
definitely wasn't a scam, because NFTs are a completely legitimate and completely non-fraudable business.
Of course, it's the future.
My friend tried to get into the at uni, and then she came into class one day looking like the dead. We're like, "What's up?" She goes, "I'm rinsed." She didn't elaborate. She just goes, "I'm rinsed," and she never talked about NFTs again.
It's just been held under a sink.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, mate, that reminds me, by the way, this profile picture that you've drawn for me has gotten me in tepid water with people because, right, for a bit of context, I've always been known as, like, the rat, as a bit of a joke, and I've taken it in stride because it's funny, and who honestly cares, right? And for the longest time, my profile picture was a Skaven from the Warhammer Fantasy setting,
Oh, yeah.
specifically a Clan Skyer engine seer, because rat and gas mask is funny to me. But it was like hand-drawn artwork, so I can maybe see why people didn't make any assumptions on me for that sort of thing. And unfortunately, due to the much more vibrant and clear-cut drawing that Josh has made specifically for me of a rat man in the hat I always wear, I have been accused left, right, and centre of being a furry on like several
Oh,
different
no.
discords.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
It has been very hard to explain the fact that
I
I
get
have
the same
always been the
thing.
rat man
Well, do you know
and
what?
not
Fuck
sound
what
like
they
a
say.
furry.
Maybe that's the next step for you. You should take that in your stride as well.
Oh, my
Yeah, out
God.
of spite, I will
I'm
shag a dog.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, hey, the
It's
Queen's
one of those
corgi.
things Well, like, you know, when you fake something for long enough and it just becomes you doing it. Like
Becoming the
I used to,
mask.
yeah, I used to just say like, you've experienced this firsthand. But I used to just jokingly just be like, "Hey, babe, what's going on?" Like to my guy friends as a joke, and then it just became me doing that. And now I can't stop.
Oh,
You
dear.
see, Aaron, what you miss out when you don't join us, the VC.
I think I need to start doing that.
Trust me,
I
trust me.
realise-
You haven't met the worst of our cadre yet.
Oh,
Well, you've
Uh-oh, I think
already
I know who you're
changed.
talking.
oh, there's a few bad apples.
Oh, shut
I've
up.
thrown away my Project Nostalgia NFT idea just from this conversation, so I'm joking.
Oh no.
He's joking, of course, because he will double down with Josh's support. Oh, well, actually, now that you mention it, do we want to jump all the way back to the topic of Project Nostalgia, and maybe you could show these peeps some of your progress? I might be able to throw some of the quick vids or something up onto the screen, and of course the screenshots if you want to share any.
Maybe, maybe.
Since I don't
Uh,
know if Josh or Billy have actually looked into it themselves, they might have, but
I found your
Hmm.
YouTube channel. I immediately subscribed.
Oh, thank you.
I will do the same right now.
Shall I link it in the?
sycophant. Yeah, go for it.
Here we go. There we go.
Aaron Young.
Oh, nice.
We are working on a PS1S.
Wait. Hold on. Did you just do a Birmingham accent right then?
No,
We are
a little bit.
You just went Aaron Young.
That's what you sound like. So
I know.
no,
I know
it's
it's not the
not.
same place, but it sounded almost identical to when I went to go meet family who live up north. They were all like from Sunderland, and they
Oh.
would say things that I wouldn't understand much of it, and I just sit there blank face and I just go, "Yeah."
Please read the whole like description of my channel in a Birmingham accent thing.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
me.
Oh no.
We are working on it. No, I can't.
Oh no.
We are working. I can't do it.
What was that? Was North?
You just got
I
just
struggle.
channel Danny
It's
G.
Jon Snow.
Listen, people. You guys won't have watched it, but if you see my videos, especially on the Crooked Man and the Sandman Let's Plays, you will know that I am
Oh,
terrible at
God.
doing voices.
You've done like 1,000 voices in that voice.
I mean, people say it's funny, but I have
It
a
is
feeling they
funny.
might just be laughing at me.
No, it is
No.
funny. It is
It's
funny.
very funny.
It's fine. You
I'm-
can
I'm
appeal
really
to my
enjoying
ego
that playthrough as
later. You
well.
don't have to expose it on the stream.
So good.
Oh, awesome games though. But yeah, I mean, I will, as I said earlier, I'll link Mr. Young's delicious YouTube and perhaps even his Patreon if he's good. Which reminds me, by the way, you owe me like 30 quid. Want that
Yeah.
back?
Well,
Oh, dear.
about that.
Oh
I don't
dear.
think
Yeah.
I have that kind of money.
You know,
Oh,
one
we
thing
could
I've
update.
realized, I'm terrible explaining what I'm actually working on. Like, really bad.
It's all right.
I've never been put on the spot and asked the question. So, what is it you do?
Practice
It's like
makes
an
perfect.
interrogation.
I mean, we're not going to hurt you, Aaron. No one's going to hurt
I'm-
you.
No,
We're not
please.
going to hurt you, Aaron.
Okay.
Just send the
Talk.
boys around. It's fine.
No.
The boys.
No.
I
No.
completely stole that from a Goodies skit.
Don't worry, Aaron.
Oh my
Your
God.
family's perfectly safe.
No.
Billy, have you seen that skit, by the way?
I think so. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking.
It's the one where it's like the cleaning detergent, and the woman's like, "No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fine. I've got this one. It's perfectly fine." And they just start beating up the woman, and they're like, "Which one are you gonna use?" And she's like, "Oh, use your one."
What?
And then the
Oh my
and then
God.
the catchphrase at the end is like, "Use it, or we'll send the boys round."
Yeah.
What are
Oh,
you two talking
brilliant.
about?
There's a show called The Goodies. It's just a bunch of skits and everything from
Yeah.
like the 70s or
Let me
something.
see if I can find it for you.
Odd.
It's a great clip. They
Very
start
odd.
like, I think they just start throwing her around and like breaking shit in her little house. One of
Freakish
those like
creature.
weirdly dark ones you can only really do from the 70s.
Mate, I'll do your mum. Oi. Oi.
Oh,
My mum's
wow.
dead from chronic forehead, I'll have you know.
Oh no. Anyway,
Chronic forehead.
Oh my God.
Yeah, one of her forehead veins bulged up and it became a different person. She reincarnated through the vein.
Jesus Christ.
I'm stealing that. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah,
In the
oh,
next video.
no.
I actually convinced one of my friends that my mum was dead at my uni.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Ah.
Oh,
I don't know what it was, but he likes to make a lot of like your mum jokes.
And so what I did was like he hadn't done one with me yet.
And so when he eventually came to my DMs
And said your mum joke, I just coldly went, "My mother is dead," and he just
Oh,
goes, "Oh,"
no.
and he goes
Oh, no.
quiet for about like 4 to 5 hours, and then he responds, he goes, "Is your mother actually dead?" And I was like, "Yeah, she died of chronic forehead." And he goes, "Fuck you, I was actually worried."
Oh, mate. I've been waiting to hear that whenever I've said your mum, but it's not happened yet, and I like doing it a
Oh,
lot.
no.
Oh, what was I going to say, though? I was going to say, I thought of something in my head, and I thought, oh, this is going to be funny, but I can't remember now. Say words to jog my memory.
Words to jog your memory, please.
Baseball
Wow.
shoes.
Baseball shoes.
He's
Oh, fuck, it's
Does
slipping.
that exist? Hold
Well,
on.
Probably.
considering you're already thinking about
thorax.
it, zombies, Resident Evil,
Go on,
anything like that.
You know, what?
I was saying zombies, Resident Evil, because that's what you already talk about a lot of the time.
What? No, I don't.
Hmm.
I don't just talk about
We can talk
zombies
about
and
the
Resident
show.
Evil.
I mean, no,
It's
you,
about the show and how much of a colossal failure it was.
Yeah, it got
Oh my God.
cancelled.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
I mean, I cannot be too critical because, like I said earlier, my philosophy is try everything, so you know exactly how you feel about it. But from the previews, I hated it, and after my dreadful experience watching the Halo TV show, I didn't want to
Oh,
risk
dear
it. But
God.
I have heard that from my mate Ben, who isn't very attached to the Resident Evil series, that it was okay.
I don't know much about Resident Evil, but what I do know is that Wesker is not a black bold man.
Apparently, and this is a spoiler for the show. Like I said, I'll try and remember to put it at the start of the video or something, or you can just mute for the next 5 minutes. He's like a clone of Wesker, and like his kids are like clones too. I can't really remember
What the fuck?
because it's especially egregious because in Resident Evil 6 you play as Jake. Pardon, which I think I played. I played with Betty in the game. That's not been released yet though. Shush shush. Jake is Wesker's son, like properly Wesker's son. That's why he's so important. He's got like antivirus in his blood and stuff. He's a pretty important character going forward. Except of course after this Resident Evil got sort of a reboot, a lot of that stuff got dropped. Come 7 and 8, which I don't really blame them for. But a character like Jake is an established character and not a horribly unpopular one, I think. So they could have done something like that. Have like a show about Jake and maybe Sherry too, but they didn't.
I
That'd have been cool to
personally would have
see.
thought it would have been cool if they just made an entirely new set of characters. Like you see it from a different perspective.
That's what they
Like
kind
how,
of did with
like,
the first
yeah.
Resident Evil movie, which I
Yeah,
quite
like,
like, by the way. In
I
comparison,
thought it would
Yeah,
have
the
been cool
first
if
Resident Evil's really
they
good.
did something like they did with Resident Evil, like Biohazard, where it was just like, here's a new guy and an entirely new way to play a Resident Evil game, and people loved it, and it was great.
it's funny.
And then this one, it's just like, hey, this is Wesker now,
It's funny.
and they just
Bless
picked a
you.
guy who looked like my dad. Like,
It's funny you say Resident Evil Biohazard because Biohazard is its actual name in Japan,
mm.
and it's quite funny that they chose that to be the subtitle of 7. So does that mean that in Japan it's Outbreak 7 Outbreak? Oh, not Outbreak. What am I talking about? Biohazard. Sorry, I literally just looked up and saw Resident Evil Outbreak on my shelf.
It just
Gonna
says
be
Resident
Biohazard
Evil
7
Biohazard, and
Biohazard.
then it just says squared.
Resident Evil
Biohazard
Squared.
Square.
Oh god, that is the
Oh.
one mainline Resident Evil game that I haven't played yet. Because at the time of me doing this, I haven't finished 6 yet. I've had plenty of time to do it, but I just haven't really felt the push. I've been playing other games. But yeah, I played 8. I've beaten it a couple times, but I have not played 7 yet. Billy got it for me for my birthday last year.
I think it was last year, yeah.
Yes, it was. It was because before that you got me Beyond the Wire, which is an unfortunately quite dead game, and it's also where I met Lime. So you know,
Oh, dear.
we love you, Lime. We do. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm dead pumped to get to it at some point. But as you've seen, I've been playing other games, like the Cricket Man games, which are
I'm enjoying that
fantastic.
as well.
Trust me, they're good. They're good. I won't, of course, spoil my opinions on them. Not that anyone's going to watch them, anyways. But they're good. I'm
Hey,
really glad, and
I'll
I'm really
watch them.
excited to play the next one, which I believe is the Boogeyman.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Maybe, maybe.
I'll take a
Just have
look
to
to see if
see.
I can find some more RPG Maker games for you to play.
Oh, no, there's a few.
There
There's,
was
there's a few
there
others
was
like
one
oh, I remember some.
Misao.
Yeah, Misao. Misao. I remember that one.
Yeah.
PewDiePie played that. There's Misao, Mad
Oh, I watched
Father,
Markiplier play.
Corpse Party. I think
Was Corpse Party an anime first?
no, it was a it was an old game, like honestly surprisingly old. Before it got like revamped and then sort of rebooted again. I think I'm a bit spotty on the history of it because I'm not like an Uber fan. I played like a bit of it because I think Betty got it for me to stream it in the background, and I played it, and I thought I'd play more of it, but I just sort of forgot. But there's Corpse Party.
1996. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. But yeah, like there was only like half the characters were there. They added a bunch for the newer versions that people are probably a lot more familiar with. Stuff
I
like that.
remember just one character, and it was the little sister of that one guy.
Mm.
Because I remember in the game, it's like a few people survive. It's like 4 or 5 people live.
Mm.
But in the anime, it's like just 2 of the girls, and it's like, oh well, what happened to the little girl? Oh, she got stabbed to death in her eye or something.
Rip.
God,
Do you
hell.
Yeah,
guys?
they did some weird changes.
Do you guys remember Al Oni?
I
How-
remember just seeing the picture of that blue fucker's face.
Purple guy, actually.
I
that
recognise
that
the name.
genuinely scared the shit out of me, just to how uncanny it was. Just that facial expression. Because one thing that really creeps me out, I find, is just something staring right at me, just dead on, straight. Like if I went outside, if I looked out my window and there was just a guy staring dead on right at me, I would be more freaked out than if a giant fucking spider was eating my dad
Oh,
or
yeah,
something.
this thing.
I don't know why that was the first thing I thought of as an example, but you get what I mean. That and heights,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
scary.
Yeah, I hate heights so much that when we went to Portsmouth, my family was like, "We're gonna go to Spigot's house." Like, cool. I'm gonna go to Burger King. You guys have fun.
Oh, mate.
Have a great time up there.
That
I'd love
was-
to go to haunted houses and things.
No, you know what really, really made me angry was not really angry, but disappointed me. I went to a trip to New York like in February. Not this February, not long before COVID broke out. I think it broke out like a week or two after, so we did it just in time. But we went on a school trip to New York. It was pretty okay. But we went to the top of the Empire State Building, even though I asked
Ooh.
the teachers. All right, well, I informed the teachers that I don't do very well with heights. So how long are we going to be there? And he was like, "Oh, we won't be there too long. We can go up there and just come down as soon as you like." So I went all the way up to the top, and I don't know if you guys know the same sensation if you're afraid of heights or not, but it's like everything gets like wobbly, and your legs feel weak.
Yeah, it's vertigo.
And you
yeah,
start
vertigo.
I
sweating.
get
yeah.
I get a pain in the pit of my stomach.
I didn't feel a pain. I just felt nauseous and with just like a sinking in my stomach. And then when I got up to the top, luckily it was at night, so I kind of just dealt with it. And there were a lot of people there, so due to that, I felt okay, but I didn't stay there very long. But the worst part was that after that, I said, "Okay, that was horrible, but thanks for letting me through quick as I go." I was like, "Yeah, all right." And I said, "Are we going to go to another high place anytime soon? Because I don't do well with those, sir." And he was like, "Nah, not really." And then the next day, we went to the Rockefeller Center in broad daylight, which has like
Oh my God.
really low balcony, like fences or whatever, and glass
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
So I literally just sat in the middle of the interior, just on a bench, looking at the floor for a bit.
Fucking
Well,
hell.
that's where you went wrong because you asked him, "Is there any other places we're going?" And his response was, "Not really."
No, I meant like up, like high up, like that.
Okay.
It's quite funny how my phobia of heights works, because I can go on like a really high bridge, and it doesn't bother me too much for whatever reason. If I'm on there for too long, I start getting a bit anxious. But like I can handle planes fine. Planes don't bother me at all. Well, okay, that's a lie. I hate traveling on planes because they're horribly uncomfortable and hot, and I can never get any sleep on them. But that's not because they're high up and I'm scared of heights like that. It's funny how that works in your mind.
Mm.
But,
I
I thi-
used to be like that with heights, but I've grown used to it now, so I'm a lot better with heights.
Mm.
yeah,
I was gonna
get
say,
panicked about it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Sorry.
I was gonna say I get more terrified looking up at tall buildings, like from street level.
No, I get that. It's like so
Is that
vast.
weird?
No, I get what you mean.
understand that.
Hang on, my TV's just turned on.
Ghost.
It's the ghost.
It's a YouTuber playing Overlord 2. I'm just gonna turn that off.
How did that happen? Did your TV just come on? Or
There's this guy I've been watching since for as long as I can remember. Timpedia. You guys won't know him. What do you mean?
I
Oh
know.
yeah.
I know Timpedia.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
And then I just sometimes, especially these days, there's just a couple like playthroughs of his that I like to bring up in the background and watch through, like his KOTOR one, his Overlord one, his Fable one. He's not the only guy that I do that sort of thing with, but he's one of the oldest ones.
Mm.
And it's, I don't know, just quite nice and relaxing having his voice on to put me to sleep, because I've got horrendous trouble sleeping, and I
Didn't
can't
know.
do it. Yeah, I can't do it without like some form of background noise or something to set me to sleep. So stuff like that is what I do. If you get my drift.
No, I understand. I have to sleep with the TV on. And
Yeah,
I'm an
yeah.
adult.
No, I literally that's why it was on, because I had him on last night naturally, and he was just playing Overlord, and then that finished. I thought, oh okay, Overlord 2, which coincidentally I thought of playing because I played the first Overlord demo a bunch of times, and I quite liked it, but I never looked into 2 because I thought it was an inferior sequel. But after asking around in a couple of discords, people have said it's actually pretty good, or at least better than the original. So I might give that a go. Who knows? Maybe see it on the
Nice.
channel. Probably not though, if I'm honest.
Oh.
We'll see. Shut up, Billy. But yeah, old games, man. Old games.
You made him real sad with that one.
Punk.
Now look what you fucking did.
What'd you say?
Make the boy cry.
Oh, God. What if you guys? I'm going to ask you all this question. Would you say that there is like one particular franchise that might not even have to be a game or something, but something that is like a really pivotal point in your childhood that got you into something, like how I am with
Ooh.
Halo, which I'll get into after you guys have your little do, because I don't want to start
Just
rambling
give me a
now.
moment, I gotta think about this one.
Yeah.
I gotta seriously think about this.
I mean, God,
Actually-
there were some
same.
gems in my childhood that I
hmm.
still cherish today. I mean, like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
How far back in childhood are we talking? Like, what age would you cap it off at?
However old you like,
Okay, because mine's 13.
fair cop. So that was only
And
like
it's-
a year ago.
I'm 20.
Probably. I don't know. I think for me, it's got to be the original Battlefront on PS2 was
Not
what
bad.
really kicked it off. Like that was such a fucking great game.
I remember having that.
They are just honestly because I'm a big fan of Star Wars and like this.
Really? Hadn't noticed.
One of
Are you actually?
no, not really. I just pretend.
I have I have a life-size Watto custom made like plush thing.
You're
Oh
lying.
my god!
Please tell me you're
There's
lying.
no way.
Do you want me to send it into the?
God
Let me see if I
help
can
us
find-
if
I've
you're
gotta
telling
see
the
this.
truth.
If you're, oh my god.
If
No, I have a 7-foot starship in my living room. I'm not even joking. I have like a vast collection of Star Wars
Aaron,
merchandise.
Oh my
if you do
God.
this, I will send you the
Oh my
forbidden
God.
link to Fall of Traugus, the movie, starring
Oh no! Oh, no,
particular
no,
gentleman
no,
as
no.
Jedi General
No,
Traugus.
no, let's not talk about. Oh Jesus Christ!
Okay, give me a moment. I'll try and find it and
No, stop
I'm
it.
gonna go
Traugus
get.
is
I'm
dead,
gonna go get
please.
Traugus.
Oh God!
Okay,
no.
Billy, it's either that or the chat logs. You pick.
Oh, okay, no, you can. Yeah, chat. Yeah, no, the Traugus show. Yeah. I know. Fuck you.
I'll save that one for another time, ladies and gents.
Oh
If there's another
fuck
time.
no.
I think this podcast is going okay. But
I'm desperately trying to find this. I've got a picture, but I have this really cool picture of me and him. Like, looks like we're about to go ride out on some mandem.
ride out on some mandem. In it blood, painting.
Can you do your best impression of him?
No.
No slip. I've got one. No, ready. No padres is worth 2 slaves. There you go.
You fucking tell him.
Republic credits do not welcome me. Only money.
You get the Burger King.
Where? Oh,
Credits will
come.
do fine. No, they won't.
That's not terrible, actually.
I know.
Are we all Star Wars fans here, or what? Like this is like.
just know
I'm
who
not an
he is,
Uber
and not
fan,
really
but
a
I would like to
fan.
say I am a fan. Josh,
I
yeah, no,
absolutely
Josh really
love
isn't.
it.
Billy's a bit of a freak.
am.
So yeah.
I was one of those
Not in that
people
way.
where my dad just had the prequels on DVD and he'd constantly just sit me in front of the TV and go, look, I like this, you will like this. And then I didn't like it.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, where is this?
Tell you what.
Can-
Should we do a funny bit where I will send you guys Fall of Tralgus and then we can watch it, and I will just
Oh,
overlay it on
no.
the podcast.
No,
Sure.
don't put it. Oh,
Oh, dearie me.
oh.
This is
But to
ruined.
answer your question, about pivotal games, mine was the God of War series.
Really? Hmm.
That's a decent one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Never played
decent-
them, so I
that's
can't
decent
say.
series.
But
That's
of
my
course,
shit.
We all know how well acclaimed they are.
I love that series so much.
Oh god.
Who wants to
no.
stream this so we're all watching at the same time?
You're not actually gonna put this on the.
Yes, I am.
No,
Please don't.
here's what
Oh,
he's gonna do.
no.
He's gonna like distort the audio and no matter the aspect ratio, just stretch it across the screen at like 50% opacity.
I
Oh,
could. I feel
Jesus
bad for
Christ.
anyone who's just listening this for background audio or whatever. I don't know why you would pick us, but thank you. I hope you
Oh, dear
enjoy.
Lord.
But yeah,
This
who,
is, so
who wants
this,
to stream
this
this?
is gonna officially be publicly released on this podcast then, pretty much.
well, it's already. To be fair, Bill, it's already public.
Is it actually public? I thought it was
Yeah.
unlisted. Oh god.
I
Right.
guess
Do I have
Billy's got
unlisted?
the
It
best
should be
internet
public.
for this, I
No,
think,
it is
for streaming.
unlisted.
Billy, stream it, or I'll hurt you.
It is unlisted. It says.
Billy,
I
stream
won't
it
stream it.
Stream it.
Oh,
Stream it.
oh,
now.
oh, please.
He's got that podcast pressure.
You are
Oh,
going to love
fine.
this, Aaron.
I don't think I've seen this myself, actually.
You haven't?
Oh.
Well,
I don't
now
think
we
so.
have to do it.
Oh no.
All right,
I
we're
don't
going
wanna
into
press
it now.
play.
Thi-
I can
also,
already see the Billy's distinctive features with,
Oh,
with the
God.
blood.
I'll also say this now. One of our hopefully future co-hosts, Oliver, also features in this video as
great.
Padawan Connor.
And someone else who we don't get along with or don't talk to.
Well, there's 2 other people in this video, Billy.
One for me. I mean, yeah. Okay. Anyway, right.
Don't forget, Billy. They might watch this. Probably not, but it will always exist online.
I doubt it. I doubt they'll watch
We'll
it.
see.
Right.
I like one of them. Let's put it like that.
Oh, God. I really don't want to click play.
Click play, Billy. The people are
Okay,
yearning.
fine.
Let's train again. Are you ready, Master?
Question is, are
You ready for your training camp?
Yes, Master, I'm ready.
I've been to this site in Bromley as well.
Good, Connor. Again.
That turned over trolley behind you.
Better, Connor. Better.
Yeah, I'm not in this, hence why I'm showing it.
You must be ready, Connor. Well done.
Oh, there's so much cringe. I hate
Oh Christ, that's loud.
this. Should we just turn it down a bit?
No, I can just turn it down in the stream.
Turn it down just a bit.
Or you can
Oh.
still turn it down, Billy, because you don't listen to me.
It is really loud.
He cometh.
It's Tommy.
This is not
Just
a
watch how
departure I
Just
foresaw.
watch how he hits me. Watch how he attacks me in a second. Here, look. This is the fucking
Jesus
the power in those swings. The fact I parried them as well. I just.
I could have sworn your lightsaber was on
That
a second ago and
cheeky
you
look
just hit
into
the
the
light
camera.
off.
He did, yeah. He swung so hard, I pushed the button and it
Look
turned
at
off.
Oliver run away. This is not a depart. I was saying this a second ago. This is not the departure I foresaw when we started this podcast.
Was this directed by Quentin Tarantino?
Maybe.
Oh god.
The camera just keeps panning down towards their feet.
Oh God.
They almost high-fived.
Oh yeah, that was supposed to be like sped up, wasn't it? But then it wasn't.
Yeah.
This is great because I can just imagine Oliver standing behind whoever's filming just with his arms folded, waiting for it to finish.
God.
Somehow blocking both. Master, are you okay? I am
Oh,
the
this pose I
Jedi.
do. This pose.
Acting like you killed him, but you didn't.
That is gold.
It's not over yet.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Jesus Christ.
Hang on,
Did you do this in a park, or were there like houses around you?
No, mate, this is near Oliver's house.
Oh dear lord. Oh, he almost falls there, watch. He almost
Second
Connor's a
phase
very-
boss fight.
Connor's a very Jedi name.
This is the director, by the way. Quote unquote director.
Oh, it's Tarantino. This is mine now.
What a conversation starter this will be.
Oh god.
You get recognized in the street. Hey, were you the guys in the Star Wars video?
I completely forgot Oliver just twats that guy in the face. I won't say his name.
My first specific shot, you can see the lightsabers bending because you hit them too hard.
I love this shot.
This video.
Master is too good.
Spin!
Oh yeah, I almost fucking died. That I tripped and almost fell.
That skid.
I almost died. Almost fell because there's like a bit you can roll off. I'm down. You can see all our bags and the other lightsabers there as well.
I remember a guy came into our uni, he was in like the class that's above us like the next year, and he like had a bunch of lightsabers, and then like he was handing them out to people because he wanted to get a group picture, and then he comes to me and goes, "You get the purple one."
Well,
And we're like, "Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why."
for context viewers, Josh is black.
Ooh, I don't like the way you hit black there. Oh, he's done a big cum.
Oh yeah, I actually stabbed him in his chest hole as well.
Leave it out.
For realism, I actually stabbed him with a knife.
Oh my god.
I thought you said you arsehole.
Oh, yeah.
I would kill to hear that line said in an actual Star Wars movie.
Oh dear, the way he just flops.
God, that's the end of it.
Oh,
It's just
God.
like another thing, but that's just the music carrying on.
Yeah, because
I
He was
found the
supposed to add an
picture at the
outro.
end.
I
He was
think
supposed to add an outro,
my
he didn't.
favorite
Oh,
part is
God.
the fact that there's no spacing in the title.
Yeah. Oh god, it is unlisted.
Was that it?
Oh please, that was it.
Okay.
There's other videos as well, but I'm not gonna be bothered to.
yeah,
find them.
we're not going to do this for the rest of the podcast, Billy. God help
Yeah,
us.
good.
You could just
I
put
don't
like an insane filter on it. Therefore, the only way they'd have to see it is he would have to make the video public.
I only thought that we should do this because we're struggling here.
Oh my god.
Oh, but yes, you say you found that picture, Aaron.
I did. Are you ready?
I don't think
Let's
so.
go.
I
Let's see
hope
this.
this is worth it. Oh my god.
That's great.
Oh
Damn.
my
He's kind of
fucking
just
god.
like Shrek now that I look at him more.
So,
you
Aaron-
on about Watto yet?
Aaron,
Chihuahua.
Aaron, you're married, aren't you?
Yes.
How? Is that her?
I wish.
Let's hope she doesn't watch this one back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Babe, I'm not putting the water costume on again.
She's actually tied like upstairs at the minute in like Princess Leia's like slave uniform. So
Oh God!
Oh my God.
To a life-size sculpture of Jabba the Hutt.
Oh dear!
Oh, Jesus. That's
Oh.
fucking awesome.
when I went and picked it up from the guy, I put him in the front seat and I was driving like from on the motorway with him.
Are you
And
the guy from that
Oh,
meme?
yeah. From that picture, yeah.
Hang
Oh
on.
my God. Let me find
What
it. Let me-
meme?
hold on.
Hang on.
Let me find
Someone
it.
go find
There's
it.
someone
get
took
it.
a picture of a guy in another car, and it's like funny because he's like leaning back, so you can't really see him. But all you can
I
see
swear
is
if
like a
it's
Wado
me, I
sculpture in
swear
the
if
front,
it's me.
and it
It's
looks
not
like
you.
he's driving.
It's not you.
It's not you, unfortunately, 'cause it's a guy who
This
looks
would
like
be
Bernie.
content.
This guy
Let me
looks like Bernie
find-
Sanders, unfortunately. Which I'm
I'm
There it
imagine.
is. That's it.
I'm guessing you didn't have a Bernie Sanders phase. There he is.
Oh,
You know,
It's so fucking funny.
man, who the fuck blood in a car with?
that's actually my disguise, by the way, when I go out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It looks really
People
funny
in-
because he looks more concentrated than the guy driving, so it looks like Wado's
He does.
driving.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That is
picture
funny.
is gold.
That is funny.
If it was you, I would have shitted myself.
I would have fucking. Oh my God.
We just
Oh.
solved this mystery of who this weird looking guy is.
We're not talking about Watto.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh bloody hell. I love that picture.
I like the caption on the meme as well. I could just be like, "It was me."
Who the fuck blood? Oh dear.
Jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Oh, that's gold.
Let's start this, as I'm sure. Okay, I say I'm sure people who are listening might be interested in this discussion. But what is your guys' favourite Star Wars movie
Empire Strikes
Ooh.
Back.
and why?
Yeah,
of
that
course?
cued. He knew you were gonna say that.
No, it is my favorite all-time Star Wars. Just, I think I know some people say, "Oh yeah, it's a middle," but you learn so much in that movie, though. It's
No, to be honest,
And
I
it-
would say either
and it leads to a
4
great
or New Hope
finale.
is one of the. I said 4 or New Hope. Fuck's
Well,
sake. I
they're
meant
the
to
same
say
movie.
4 or 5 are the best ones.
Like, don't get me wrong, Return of the Jedi is fucking amazing, but Empire Strikes Back for me is just. I think I know some people say, "Oh yeah, it's a middle," but you learn so much in that movie, though. It's
No, to be honest,
And it-
I would say either
and it leads
4
to a great
or New Hope
finale.
is one of the. I said 4 or New Hope. Fuck's
Well,
sake. I
they're
meant
the
to
same
say
movie.
4 or 5 are the best ones.
Like, don't get me wrong, Return of the Jedi is fucking amazing, but Empire Strikes Back for me is just. I think I know some people say, "Oh yeah, it's a middle," but you learn so much in that movie, though. It's
No, to be honest,
And it-
I would say either
and it leads
4
to a great
or New Hope
finale.
is one of the. I said 4 or New Hope. Fuck's
Well,
sake. I
they're
meant
the
to
same
say
movie.
4 or 5 are the best ones.
Like, don't get me wrong, Return of the Jedi is fucking amazing, but Empire Strikes Back for me is
It's Mr. Beaned into a hole with teeth.
Mr. Bean.
Like in that scene, he is the equivalent of that blue three-wheeled car.
Oh my God.
Just an accident caused his demise. Doesn't he live actually?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Before this Book of Boba Fett series came out, he did live, but that was Legends things. Legends things? It was a Legends,
That was in Legend.
thing.
Yeah.
which I guess is kind of what I just said. I don't know. I slip over my words. Anyone who watches my videos knows that. I've
Yep.
actually got a comic of him somewhere. The Bounty of Barracuda. Very cool,
Ooh,
very
nice.
sleek.
Isn't that a fish?
The guy
That's a-
is like a shark person, so yeah.
Okay,
I'm
checks
sure-
out.
I'm sure the pun was very much intended.
It's like a fucking TF2 hat name.
Also,
Oh
how
my
long have you
God.
been doing this? It is.
It's been about an hour and 15.
Hour and Just
15?
gone.
Yeah.
5:15 on the 9th of September. Yeah, I don't know how much longer we'll go on for. We can go on for a bit more.
We are very close to a sacred day.
I mean, there was. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Oliver's birthday in a couple of days.
Yeah.
I know what you
God.
meant. Don't worry, but
Jesus Christ.
that's how I remember when Oliver's birthday is.
Oh my
It's-
god.
It's not the same day. It's not the same.
That's
day.
one way to remember.
You have it's like let's have a moment of silence. It's quiet for exactly like 20 seconds. It's just, Happy birthday.
Day to
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Oh dear.
my-
Oh,
Oh
what,
no.
what was I gonna say?
Oh,
Oh yeah. Is
fuck.
there anything else anyone wanted to talk about in particular?
Let me look through my quote unquote notes.
I mean, Billy, did you have anything prepared? Because you've had about a week, and I did scream at you to make sure that you had something. But
I
don't-
did, but I'll save it for the next podcast, just because this has been going on for a while and it's something I want to talk
It's
about.
only been
a lot,
going
so
on for
I'll
like
sa-
an hour.
No, it's fine. It gives me more time to work on what I want to say as well, because I know what I want to talk about. But it's fine. I'll save it until
You haven't
next
thought of
time.
anything, have you?
No, I have
No.
honestly. I promise you.
I just
don't believe
remembered
him.
what mine was.
I don't
I
believe him
have.
either.
100%. I promise you, I have.
Okay, then give us a little tease.
No, I don't need to give you a tease. It's fine.
Go on,
You-
Billy.
Look,
on.
you just gotta believe me.
Go on, Billy.
That's what you gotta do. You
I'm
just gotta
convinced
believe
now.
me.
I don't
Yeah.
believe him. I don't believe you.
I
think you're a liar.
I did have
I
one thing I
promise.
just remembered, and it was I had messaged you about it, Joe. But I got a new phone recently. I
I
got an upgrade.
vaguely remember this conversation.
Yeah, I got an upgrade, and what I had to do is I had to get all of my old stuff off of my old phone onto the new phone. And so I was having a bit of a problem with it, where it was saying that there was no storage on the new phone, but that shouldn't be a problem because there's nothing on it.
Oh,
And so I had to go to my local EE, and I went in, and he's like, "Oh, I think I know what might be the problem. You need to back up your iCloud." And so I go, "Okay, like, what's the best way to do it?" He goes, "Just connect to our EE Wi-Fi, and it should be fine, even though there's like 30 other devices connected in the store at the same time or whatever."
God.
hmm
So takes about, I don't know, 7.5 hours of me sat in EE waiting for this phone to like update.
Yeah, no, I do remember this
Jesus
now.
Christ.
And bear in mind, I can't use the phone while it's doing this, so I have to just sit there twiddling my thumbs for about 7.5 hours, sitting in this like. The only way I can describe it is they stole chairs from a primary school, like those hardback chairs with the
Oh,
metal
God.
legs.
Jesus.
I've seen the EE stores as well, yeah.
I had to sit like that for about 7.5 hours. I pick up the phone, I check it, and then the update says it's on 1%. I'm like, what? It was at 98 2 minutes ago. I lost connection to the Wi-Fi for a split second, and that cancelled the whole update
So
and
wait,
reset it.
Hang on, sorry.
Oh no.
You're not using hyperbole. You were there for 7 hours.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, Josh. After
Fucking
the
hell.
first hour, I would have gone home.
Well, it was one of those things where it was like it looked like it was progressing quickly, but then it slowed down around maybe after 50 minutes. So, and it's one of those things where like, well, I don't want to leave now. What if it finishes like in the next 10 minutes?
Mate,
yeah.
oh my god, I don't know how you could
So-
do that.
Downloading Valorant, updating it.
Yeah, I sat there the whole time, and then I just left because, well, I had to because they were closing, and the guy who was helping me left his shift like an hour earlier, and so I just had to go home, and I was walking home, and then my parents drove past and saw me because they were going to pick me up, and they were like, "Hey, did it get finished?" I just got in the car. And, no. We
Also,
went
Fuck
just-
home.
me. That's how long
just
Billy
quickly-
spends using the fucking Pokemon bot in our Discord.
Oh god. Just quickly, is it pissing it down heavily for everyone else right now? Because it is
Nope.
fucking brutal here.
We've
Not
had
over here, no.
thunderstorms recently, but not today.
Yeah.
There's been thunder, lightning, and it's really fucking having the rain. It's fucking terrible here.
I'm glad
slight drizzle.
because ever since that heat wave, the grass and shit has been yellow and dead and
Oh
horrible.
yeah,
But
I
now
love the rain anyway.
everything's starting to
Mm.
become green again, and it is lovely.
And this
Oh,
will
that
hopefully
actually leads into another one of a story that happened to me a couple of days ago as well that I also told you about. When it
Go
was
on.
raining.
I don't listen to anything you say, so you're gonna have to remind me.
Oh, poor
Well,
Joe.
I have a cat called Cookie.
Yes.
We let him out of the house a lot because he's an outdoor cat, and he just comes back at like 9ish. He leaves out at 9 in the morning, comes back at 9 at night. He just likes being outside.
Yeah, Thomas does that
And
sometimes.
so he likes to do this thing where he'll just disappear for extended periods of time. Like he disappeared for like 3 days and then just showed up like nothing was like wrong.
Oh
hmm
god.
But the other night, while there was lightning coming down. Lightning actually struck very close to my house, like a couple doors down. It hit like a hammock,
Damn.
and I was
Jesus
just like,
Christ.
"Well, it was the hammock frame. It didn't catch on fire or nothing. It was just a hammock metal frame." And I was like, "I really shouldn't be out here." I'm standing outside, going up and down my garden, while it's lightning and heavy rain, while I'm wearing like a vest, shorts, and flip flops, trying to get the cat
Jesus.
to come in, and I'm going up and down for about 2 hours again. Doesn't come in. I go inside and I shut the door. Then this motherfucker comes up to the door and he's like, "Let me in!" Like scratching at the
Oh,
door because it's like a window, like a panel
bloody
door.
hell. It's,
And
I
I,
was like, it's really fucking going for it. Jesus Christ.
even my
Billy's
cat's
never
out
seen
there.
rain before.
I mean, I love the sound of rain and thunder anyway. I want to go. I
That
kind
was
of want to
great.
go out there.
I did
Mm.
that when we had a thunderstorm, when the power went out for like a second on that night in particular, and it was so pleasant until I got wet. Then it was a bit unfortunate, so I had to sort of hobble home, head hung low, dripping wet. But what can you do? That is the price to pay for bliss.
I don't mind getting soaked in the rain. I love it. It is.
Oh, we know you don't mind getting soaked, Billy.
Yeah, way to take it out of context.
Well, you know, we know what you like, Billy. We know what you like. We know what you do when you catch those Pokemon.
That's why
No,
he
you
couldn't
don't.
stay over
You
when
have
we were at
no
Oliver's.
idea.
He was like, I can't. I might do things unspeakable. I must go."
I might do
I
things I'm
went to
going to regret.
I went to protect the rest of you.
Yeah. I want to save you from this pain.
The
This is
pain.
my cross to carry, my burden.
Oh God, yeah. No. I
Oh,
mean,
Jesus Christ.
oh, Aaron, the things you miss out.
I love your guys' dynamic. It's just awesome.
I mean, we're not even all here. I mean, like I say, I mean, we have.
Yeah, I knew that.
Hang on, let me count. We have
I know you're
one,
not all
two,
there, mate.
three. Yeah, we have 4 other people lined up who might be hosts in the future.
Wow.
Probably not all at the same time because that would be very confusing. But we might make it work once or twice when we're more learned. But we might even have more after that. People who will hop onto the podcast. So I hope people do stick around long enough to meet them because some of them are funny. Sometimes JP's pretty cool. Oliver's pretty cool.
Grabbed his ass a lot when we went to a
Oh
gravity.
my god.
Yes, that happened. I had no part in that.
Oh, speaking of, imagine if Ben was on the podcast as well.
Yeah, Ben too.
That'd be that'd be funny.
Ben's been
I feel
very
like
busy.
line would be great.
No.
Oh no. Oh god.
No.
Oh Jesus.
Sent me a video the other day that he edited where it was 2 Ruby characters, like Rooster
Oh
Teeth Ruby.
no.
Oh
But they
no!
were-
Don't.
Don't talk about Ruby, please. No.
One
Please.
character just walks in and then just
Oh.
says, basically, just have sex with me. It just cuts to like very, very quick, just like rapid thrusting noises with the
Oh,
character
for
just
fuck's
shaking.
sake.
I remember Shammy's Discord server, which got deleted. No, it's still not been deleted, but it's been basically emptied. And the Lowry section. You guys are gonna be a bit confused by what I'm talking about, but Shammy's server, which was also sort of Mandalore gaming server for a bit, watched Ruby for a while, and I was there for a few nights, and it was saturated with absolute poison to the eyes and ears. It was horrible. So I had
Yeah, it's
PTSD
fucking-
when fucking Lime started posting his Ruby stuff, and I'm not going in to indulge his fetish anymore.
I watched
I
the
wa-
first 3 seasons and then just stopped. I was
You've
like, "Nah, I
watched
can't
it?
do this." I've
I
watched.
saw a little
This
bit
was
of
long
it.
ago. This was long ago when the first started coming out.
You were rugged.
I know.
I watched a little
And I
bit of it, and
fucking hate it.
it wasn't as bad as I thought. I think it's because I went in there because everyone was saying it was terrible, and I went in and it was just kind of okay. Sorry.
Disgusting.
It's
I
from
mean-
my water. I don't drink or eat a lot, so I had a little sip of water. I burp.
You burp from water?
Yes.
I think
I-
the only thing I like from Ruby is the music. That's it now. That's
Billy,
all.
you're digging yourself a hole. I recommend you stop.
Oh god, yeah. Flying watches it. Oh,
I'm giving you an out. What was I saying?
I'm saving you.
Oh no, it's funny you mentioned that. A funny little bit of Tatty trivia. I have never like belched or anything like that in my life. Same thing. Like I've never had a nosebleed. I can't whistle, but there's a very explicit reason for that I'm not getting into.
Wait, what?
Well, I'm
no-
pretty, I'm
he
pretty
has
sure I
no
know the
top
reason
lip.
why. No, that's not the reason why.
Oh my god, Jesus.
All I'll say is I'm British, and you can put two and two together.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you guys not remember?
I
Or
Oh,
Aaron,
right,
that
no,
would have
never
made
mind.
it easier.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh
Instead
dear,
of using your lips, you just use that.
I hate you so much.
Sounds really bad out of context. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I'm so
let's-
lost.
trust
I'm
me,
so
trust me.
lost.
I'll give context at a later date. I'm not very proud of it.
I need to know this
I-
before
I
the
have,
day
I
ends.
have an unfortunate dental structure. Let's put it like that.
Okay.
Got a gap.
I
Yeah,
actually
thanks,
went to the
Billy.
dentist today. I found out
There you
that the problem was with my cracked tooth.
Why was it cracked?
Oh yeah. What
Well,
was?
what the problem with my tooth is I was eating something and I'm pretty sure I remember. Don't say shit, but it was chicken, and it was a boneless piece. But I bit into it, and there was something hard in there. It was like a little piece of bone that had broken off from another piece of chicken, I guess, that just gone on the coating. And so I
Oh,
bit into it, and I
fuck.
didn't even notice it at the time, but it completely just split my tooth in two, and the other piece just flew out of my mouth, I
Oh.
guess.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I didn't notice it because it didn't hurt.
Can I just say, by the way, Josh, I don't know about you, Billy, and I don't know about you either, Aaron, but I did not think to make any jokes in my head until you said no one say anything about
Yeah.
eating chicken.
But
God
I
damn
went
it,
to the
why?
dentist today after about like 3-4 months of like trying to get an appointment, and we finally got one. And he
Bruh.
takes a look, and he's come to the conclusion like, "Oh, I know why it's broken. That's a baby tooth." I'm like, "What?"
Which tooth is
Um,
it?
It's
Oh.
I don't know the names of my teeth.
Where is it?
It was Billy.
Bottom row,
It was
just
Billy.
bottom row, where the canine would be, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
he's like, yeah,
ye-
that's a baby tooth. You apparently I like never had a tooth underneath it that would like push it out, and they never noticed.
Damn.
Oh.
So that's still a baby tooth. And he's like, well, I can't really pull it out because then you just have no tooth there. So I guess you got to get like a filling at some point.
Oh god.
He was like, oh, and what's wrong with this one? Because I have one tooth on the other side of my mouth on the upper row that's like slightly up on the gum, so it's not fully in.
Up on the gum.
Yeah,
The
and
gum.
he took a look at it, and my mom was
That's
just
so
like,
funny.
"Yeah, he's had that kind of all of his life. Like, my older brother had that, and he just the moment she said that, he immediately just went, oh, okay, you're done." And he just immediately just pressed the button. My chair just zipped up, and I was like, "Do I just leave now? What just happened? I feel like I just got ejected."
You're done. You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
Oh, I was going to say something again, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, you should have just replaced the tooth with like the chicken bone.
Oh my god. Jesus.
As its punishment, it must sit in its place.
Eternal prison, eternal confinement.
So the past 4 months of my life have just been involved with like, oh man, I've got to eat dinner, and also I've got to go to Morrison's to pick up more toothpicks to clean out the tooth because I don't want shit rotting in the gap it
Oh.
is made.
Oh,
Oh,
mate.
lovely.
I just
I
smelt
had-
that.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
unfortunate
Jesus.
situations where I'm like, oh, time to clean my tooth, and like my hand, I've got jittery hands, so like my hand will just like shake a little bit, and I'll just poke
End
the
up
gum
ripping
with
out
the
the tooth.
toothpick, and then I
Oh my
remember
God.
just like nearly blacking out, going like, oh fuck me, like what just happened to me?
That sounded more
Jesus
pleasurable than in pain.
Yeah, that's what
Oh fuck me!
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I like it. You can imagine.
Right.
He found the on button then.
Enamel.
Oh god.
Oh
It
dear.
won't be the only thing that's white by the end of the night.
Oh
Oh
stop!
my god.
You're hurting
Jesus
me.
Christ.
Oh
I
dear.
got special toothpaste now, so I gotta use that.
God. Oh. Well, you know,
That's
look at the
good.
time. How long do you guys think we want to go on for?
Well, I've got to get dinner soon, so maybe
Yeah.
let's say the 25.
Another 25. Okay. I'm just
That was a
thinking.
joke, by the way. I was gonna suggest really the 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
is
'cause I think I've got to eat
in
soon as well.
7 seconds. It's going to be exactly 5:30. So that means we've been going for
That's
roughly an
interesting.
hour and a half, and I think that might be long enough for our first one. But of course, you know,
It's 5:30, guys. You know what that means?
I don't
What does
get it.
mean?
What do you mean?
What does
Don't
it
you know?
mean?
The thing we always do at 5:30.
I can't remember.
We have to go and kidnap Oliver, and we have to go kiss him on the mouth.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
right.
That's something you do. I I
But who
don't
was
do
with
that.
you last
Wait,
time? Who
wait, hold
was
on.
that?
Wait,
I-
Josh, you do it as well?
I don't do that to a schedule.
Billy
I
just
think
does
I-
it when he's sleeping.
I think we have conflicting schedules today.
That's why Oliver didn't want Billy staying around.
No, you know what?
scared the
What do you
shit
mean
out
you
of
don't
Hannah
know?
when we did
I
that.
What the fuck?
Oh God.
I told you about that one. didn't I?
Actually, I left.
I had better things to do.
Believe me, I saved you all a lot of trouble.
Like practice your bowling skills.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It
Aaron,
got to a point where you
I'll have
turned
to show
to
you the
me,
video
and
sometime.
when your name came up, and you went, "Can you do this for me?"
Yeah, I just like, fuck it, you go.
Oh, Billy.
To be
owe-
honest, it was the first time I played though.
That is shuddering. But I owe you too much money to destroy your dignity that much by showing that video or sharing it on podcast. But for
What
context, I
video?
might have to. You know exactly what video I'm talking about. The one of you playing bowl. The one of you bowling.
Oh no, you're already you got to choose either that video or the. You got to
What?
choose one. You got to choose one.
Choose
Out of
what?
the Star Wars.
You got to choose one of those videos.
Well, the Star Wars one has already been done, Billy. So there's no going back.
He will come to your house. He will.
I don't need
find
to be
you,
embarrassed
and he will
twice in one
strangle you if you don't
podcast.
cut
No,
it.
Billy, sorry, I already said I'm not going to do it.
Okay, good. Good. Fucking hell.
He's terrible. You know the meme of how Mr. Burns throws like the tennis ball or the baseball like really hard and it just lands like in front of him.
Oh
That is
no.
that is genuinely how Billy uses a bowling ball.
Oh. That was how I started, but then I ended up getting there, sort of. I ended
I
up
think I
getting
got
better.
caught in one of them
Let's
on
go
the
with
first
that.
bowl.
Oh
'Cause
my
I picked up a
god.
bowling ball with 2 tiny holes.
Yeah, no.
And I threw it, and it just wrenched
like-
my finger, and the bowling ball didn't leave my
Oh,
hand.
Jesus
No.
Christ.
I'll destroy your credibility one last time by saying it was really funny having to have Josh and Hannah step in to do your goes for you.
Oh god. They only did one go each on one of mine, and then they did the other.
Oh yeah, Hannah had
Until
to
I got
step
a hang
in
of it.
for me stepping in because I lost my necklace and I had to go find.
Oh right, I forgot.
Oh yeah, you're Jojo. Aaron,
Where
okay,
was it?
Yeah.
It was downstairs by the pool tables, under the pool table for some reason.
Somehow.
I wasn't even by the pool. I was sat in the chairs near there. I didn't play pool though. I might have fallen off when you asked me to record you playing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I've got a bit of a thing where I am obsessed with recording stuff and taking photos. Hence why
We
I
know.
was doing that. Oh, shut up, Billy.
I realized I was a
Little
terrible
monkey.
cameraman when I realized that half of the video was just the back of your neck.
No,
Oh
it
my
was half of
God.
it was like watching someone fondle JP's bottom.
Oh, okay, Jesus Christ.
I kept looking at it, I was like, this is really interesting over here.
Oh, you homosexuals.
If you focus on that, it would have been a whole other video.
Oh god.
Something great about pretending to be gay when you're not gay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like Ben.
I like Ben.
Oh, the stuff he does sometimes.
Didn't Hannah wake up in the middle of the night? She just looked over at Ben and Ben was just staring at her.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Oh
surprised.
my God.
Ben does that sort of thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I walked in the middle of the night because I was still wearing. I had to wear this balaclava thing that they gave us when we went go karting because I needed my hair to not look bad because I
Yeah.
couldn't take a shower in the morning because we're still Oliver's. So I went to the toilet, and from Hannah's perspective, she heard a noise in his apartment. Looks over at the door, and a masked man just walks in and just gives her a thumbs up, and then just lies down on the floor.
There's a joke I can make that I'm not going to make, but you know.
Oh,
I
no.
go for it. You get one pass.
No,
Oh my
I'm not
God.
gonna do a line pull.
What? Where you say you give him one pass, and then that pass means a
He
pass
comes
for
up-
life.
we
Yeah,
don't
he
have
comes up
to
with the most
elaborate. You
obscene
guys
shit.
should get what we're talking about. We're not going to get into it because Lime is probably going to watch this, and I'm sure he's not going to like it very much. Hi, Lime.
What are you talking about?
Shut up.
Hi, babe.
Shut up. Stop asperging. Not asperging. What's the word? No. There's like aspersion, not Asperger's. You know what I mean?
Isn't that the thing that makes my wee smell funny?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, James, no. That's asparagus.
Oh fuck!
Oh, James May, you national treasure.
Crikey, it's the Albanian
Oh my
Roses.
Jesus Christ!
Anyways, I am getting a bit sore throated from all
gold.
this talking. I don't know about you guys.
I am a little bit, to be honest.
Well, we know why your throat's sore, Billy.
Wow.
This
So
this
the
podcast
cigarettes.
really degenerated, didn't it?
No, it's been fun. It's been funny.
Yeah, I guess so.
From
Well,
a certain
I
point
think
of
if we
view,
did a
it could have
longer one,
been.
we'd all just
It
sell
could have
out.
got saucy.
it could have got
Well,
a lot
hey.
worse.
I feel like we already did at this point.
Oh dear. Well, what do you think, lads? Should we start wrapping up?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Any
Well,
final thoughts you wanted to talk about?
well, Aaron. First off, thank you very much for appearing.
No, thank you.
It has been a pleasure. I thought we would be talking more about Project Nostalgia, but
Right.
but perhaps there's always another time. I mean, do you think you might want to appear on this podcast again?
Oh, definitely. I'll have to put a disclaimer in the beginning though, if that's cool. I was supposed to do it, but I didn't.
That's all right.
It is basically goes as follows. I am an awkward bastard. There you go.
Aaron, have you listened to this conversation that's been going on for the last hour?
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
I had this plan in my head, like when the podcast began, to justify like me not being confident in myself by saying, just be mindful. It's my first time on a podcast, and I don't really interact with other humans often, so I'm an awkward guy, and I just completely blagged, like forgot it.
Don't worry. I'm in the
Don't
same
worry.
boat
I mean,
as
with
you.
Josh here and Alan Asperger's over there and me, you don't really stay. You
Asperger's Andy.
you lie pretty low, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Oh my god.
So I was okay, right?
Yeah, you were okay. You were okay.
Okay, I'll take that.
Gold.
Next time, show some more skin, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa.
I'm actually naked right now, so.
Maybe lose the shirt.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
dear.
Oh my
Who's-
god. Where's that
who's-
picture?
I thought that
Who's
was
this?
Aaron.
I've just changed race.
Oh,
Like-
God.
And something else has very distinctly changed about your appearance.
Oh, I've not
Jesus
got my
Christ.
earrings in.
I didn't
Oh,
even
oh my
realize.
god, wait, I just noticed. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just realised it
I just
too.
noticed.
Yeah, the guy
by
in
the
the
way,
back has
this
an Adidas jacket.
Who is this guy, by the way? He actually looks a lot like me.
I don't know. He just-
How did you
This was the
find
thing I
this?
was talking about earlier. I found out on
Oh,
Twitter, I
no.
don't know.
Oh, the fucking Tarangers. They look so weird.
It looks really fun. There was a comment with the tweet that picture came with, but I don't remember it. But it was something along the lines of
Imagine,
like,
right?
This man beats people up.
Imagine you're sharing a room with someone. You come home one day and it's just that in the corner of your room, and you didn't know it was there. And you went to
I'd
bed. You
shit
turn off your light. You
myself.
shut the door, and just behind the door is Kiryu Kazuma staring at you, wearing your fucking
I'd shit
Sopranos
myself.
t-shirt.
Immortal fourth chairman of the Tojo clan, Kazuma Kiryu, and then this picture just fucking comes up.
God help us.
Oh my god, no.
He
Fuck
looks like one
seeing
of those
that.
kickboxing training dummies.
Oh my god, he does.
Oh,
Jesus
blimey.
Christ.
Well, I think we should draw the curtains for today, because I'm tired mainly, and I've basically run out of things to say without having to take a break and think it through. So I
Got to
think,
draw something dumb as well today.
God help you.
Jesus.
Well, I think we should close down for the night. So I think we should say our goodbyes.
Hurrah.
Gotta think of something. I
Yeah,
got
this has
some,
been great.
Ta-da,
This
I
has
got
been
something good here, actually. Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
That's
Oh.
not what I expected at all. He's dead.
He's gone.
But yeah, thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. And as it's our first one, I hope you can forgive us for our amateurishness. If you have any hints, tips and tricks and cheats, feel free to let us know. Feedback is much appreciated. And we hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
my
everyone.
sweets.
Bye. See ya. Ta-ta.
Pricks.
Famous last words. Charles? Charles? What doing with that pillow?